Welcome. Today we are doing improv scary stories. This is something we've already had 2 or 3 takes at, but otherwise have never done before. We have kind of a general, beginning. We don't know what's going to happen through the rest of it. This time we're just going to go. You want to start it or should I?
Sure, show.
So, one day, you gotta set the mood. On a cold, damp October afternoon, Derek walks into the woods.
As he walks through the woods, he thought of, what should I eat for dinner?
He heard a frog noise in the background and he said, frog sounds good.
But then he thought to himself, I'm too fat. I can't chase no frog down.
Probably gotta speak louder than that.
I'm too fat. I can't chase no frog down.
Then he decided, I think I'm gonna have chicken. Chicken sounds good.
Nice and crispy.
But then all of a sudden, down the path, he was greeted by
himself. At a 3-way path, he sees himself.
We've already established that.
Another himself.
You're speaking too quietly!
Another himself! Another Derek.
So there are 3 Dereks now.
Yes. Nah, man, I'm done. We writing scary stories, stuff trying to explode. No.
Then the second Derek says to the original Derek, you should not be here. And the third Derek says, I like waffles.
As the first Derek looks at the third Derek like he's an idiot, he says, what the heck is a waffle?
Waffle? The second Derek looks at the first Derek like he's an idiot and says, you don't know what a waffle is, you tub of lard?
The second Derek is now screaming his butt off and doing this. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
The second Derek, he's the one yelling.
No, he's the scared Derek.
Wait, which Derek is what? There are too many Dereks! That's the name of the video, too many Dereks. So, the second Derek is yelling about waffles, the third Derek is talking about waffles, and the first Derek walked into the woods.
So which Derek is scared?
The first one. Let's go with the first one. No, the first one's hungry. The second one is warning. And the third one is talking about waffles. Okay. The first one is the dynamic character. The second one is the future Derek that's more. So, the second Derek says, I am from the future, here to warn you about being in these woods. But it seems to be too late, because you are already in these woods.
So, I already messed up?
Says the first Derek. This is the first Derek.
Yes.
And the third Derek says, I want a salad.
And the first Derek looks at the third Derek and says, did I get some weed somewhere along the lines?
What did that dude put in my cheeseburgers?
When did I get cheeseburgers?
And then right in between all 3 Dereks, a vortex opens up. The first Derek was like, what is going on?
The second Derek is going,
and the third Derek is still thinking about food. And then, out of nowhere, a tree begins to walk. It turns out it is the dryad, Carl.
Carl?
Carl.
Carl.
Eric is a little too close to Derek. So Carl
Carl.
The tree spirit Carl begins to walk, and he warns them. He says, "Oi, you idiots. This is a paradox. 3 of you shouldn't be here. 2 of you shouldn't be here. 1 of you shouldn't be here. Go away."
Man, making fun of my tree sleep. Trees can't even sleep no more because all these paradoxes within paradoxes.
So the tree is black.
Yes, the tree is black.
So the first Derek looks at Carl and says, "What? I can't hear you over this paradox."
Look, man, I'm going to tell you. The paradox of the paradox with the paradox mixed with the paradox is ruining my sleep because it's a Derek of an idiot and the other Derek and the other Derek. There's all these dang Dereks. Too many freaking Dereks. One of you is stupid enough. Get out of my woods, man. I'm sleeping. I will never be able to repeat that.
And then, just in the nick of time before all of time ended, the vortex closes. And beneath it, having rid the world of this paradox, is Steve the Leprechaun. At this point, all 3 Dereks are saying, "What's going on?" And Carl's like...
Carl's looking like, I didn't have mushrooms today.
And so the Leprechaun... Steve, we decided Steve, right? Steve the Leprechaun.
Steve the Leprechaun.
Steve the Leprechaun
We
says,
should give him like a ball.
"You 3 idiots need to go back to whence you came. Tree, you need to go back to sleep." And the tree says,
Hey, bruh. I sleep when I feel like it, man. Anybody got a crack pipe over here?
and Steve replies, "Ask and you shall receive. Here's a crack pipe. Go back to sleep."
Now the tree is stuck in permanent fixed animation, about to light his crack pipe.
Well, that's what you get for messing with me. Now, if you 3 idiots want to fix this, all you need's to die. And in front of their eyes, Steve the Leprechaun transforms into a dinosaur.
And bites one's head off. Steve 2 bites Derek 2's head off.
So he was the warning one.
Yes.
So the hungry one and the original one are left.
Yes.
So Derek 3 is like, "Dang it, I bet that guy was tasty. I could eat."
Just give him some poison shrooms, man.
As Steve the Dino Leprechaun eats him. And the first Derek is now running in fear. His fat blobs just kind of, hopping up and down as he's running. And Steve's like, "He's not worth my time. I'll just let him be." And he shrinks back.
Steve and Derek, still lost in the woods, comes to bump into himself.
So this is Derek 4.
This is back to Derek 1.
Oh. And now he's warning this past him about being in the woods. And now it's, like he said, it's a loop.
But that's it.
That's the end. That's the tale of the 3 Dereks. Maybe it wasn't as scary as it could have been.
It's more comedic.
Yeah, it was a little absurd. It was very absurd. But it's our first real attempt. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like. We might do another one of these, who knows. Probably not about 3 Dereks again.
That was too confusing.
I'm just picturing the thumbnail right now.
Derek in a tree with a crack pipe.
A tree with a crack pipe. A dinosaur with a bowler hat.
Little green bowler hat.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.